The 5 Forgotten Islands Humanity Left Behind. Full script, 1,100 words. What if I told you there are islands on this planet that don't exist on most modern maps? Places where time stood still, where entire populations vanished without explanation, and where governments today still restrict access without clear reasons. These aren't stories from fantasy books or Hollywood movies. These are real islands, lost, abandoned, and in some cases, completely erased from our collective memory. Before we dive into these mysterious lands, I have one quick request. If you love uncovering the strange, the unexplained, and the hidden corners of our world, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell, because what you're about to hear is the kind of content they don't teach in school. Let's begin this journey with the first island, or rather, the ghost of it. 1. North Sentinel Island, the island of no return. Imagine an island in the Indian Ocean where civilization never made contact. Now imagine that if you tried to land there, you'd be met not with hospitality, but with spears and arrows. North Sentinel Island is home to the Sentinelese people, an indigenous tribe who have lived there for tens of thousands of years, completely isolated from the rest of the world. And they want it to stay that way. In 2018, a missionary tried to enter the island to spread his faith. He was killed within hours. Even Indian military helicopters, flying overhead, are greeted with hostility. Why is this island off limits? Because the government of India has declared it illegal to make contact, not to protect us from them, but to protect them from us. A single flu virus could wipe them out. This is a modern-day Atlantis, but it's not underwater. It's just completely shut off from humanity. 2. Hashima Island, the concrete ghost. Off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan, lies a crumbling island that looks like something out of a post-apocalyptic film. Hashima Island, also known as Gunkanjima or Battleship Island, was once the most densely populated place on Earth. In the early 20th century, thousands of coal miners and their families lived in high-rise buildings, packed tightly on this rocky outcrop. But when the coal ran out in the 1970s, everyone left, literally overnight. Today, buildings remain frozen in time, shoes still sit by doors, school desks are covered in dust, and wind whistles through empty concrete corridors. What's eerie isn't just the silence, but the sense that life just stopped. And the strangest part? The Japanese government refused access for decades. Only recently have guided tours started, but most of the island remains sealed off, decaying, hiding secrets no one has yet revealed. 3. Poveglia, Italy's forbidden island. Now, let's travel to the Venetian lagoon. Between Venice and Lido sits Poveglia, a small island with a reputation so dark, locals refuse to go near it. Its history is a nightmare. In the 1700s, it was a quarantine zone during the Black Plague. Over 160,000 infected people were reportedly burned and buried there. Later, in the 20th century, it became a mental asylum. Patients claimed to hear screams and see ghostly figures. One doctor allegedly jumped from the bell tower after claiming he was haunted by what he'd done there. The Italian government has tried several times to auction the island off. No buyers ever stay long. Today, it's completely abandoned. No official restrictions exist, but fishermen avoid it, and urban explorers rarely return. Why? Some say the soil is literally made of human ash. Others say something far worse still lingers. 4. Diego Garcia, the island the world wasn't supposed to know about. Diego Garcia looks like a paradise in satellite photos, a turquoise-ringed atoll in the Indian Ocean. But appearances deceive. This island once had a native population, until the late 1960s, when the British and American governments forcibly removed every single inhabitant. Why? Because Diego Garcia was turned into a top-secret military base. The locals were sent away, their dogs were killed en masse, and their homes destroyed. Today, the island hosts one of the most strategic U.S. air bases in the world, yet it's technically part of British territory. What goes on there? That's a mystery. No independent journalists are allowed. Flights in and out are military only. And when international courts ruled that the island should be returned to its people, both the US and UK simply ignored the decision. It's a modern geopolitical ghost island, beautiful, tragic, and still off limits. 5. Bouvet Island, Earth's most remote piece of land. Our last stop takes us to the far South Atlantic, where we find Bouvet Island, a tiny volcanic island owned by Norway, and the most remote island on Earth. There's no population, no nearby continents, and no easy way to reach it. It's so isolated that if something went wrong, rescue could take weeks or months. But here's the strange part. In 1964, a British expedition discovered an abandoned lifeboat on the island's coast. No markings, no people, no wreckage from any ship. Just a perfectly placed lifeboat, in the middle of nowhere. To this day, no one knows where it came from or how it got there. Bouvet remains uninhabited, covered in glaciers and shrouded in fog. A research station exists, but it's only temporary and operated remotely. Some theorists even believe the island has been used for covert operations or even secret experiments. Maybe that lifeboat was never meant to be found. So, why were these islands left behind? These islands were once full of life, activity, culture, or even danger. And yet, one by one, they were forgotten, erased from maps, restricted by governments, or abandoned by the people who once called them home. Some hold secrets too dark to uncover. Others are victims of war, colonization, or disease. But all of them have one thing in common. They challenge our idea of what's known and what's still hidden in this world. Which one fascinated you the most? Was it the hostile tribes of North Sentinel, the haunted ruins of Poveglia, or the mysterious lifeboat of Bouvet? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy stories like these, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next mystery we uncover together. Because sometimes, the forgotten places hold the most unforgettable stories.